Assalamu alaikum everyone. So today we are going to be looking at the role of enterprise in the development of country and social enterprise. So when we do both of these topics, we are going to be wrapping up the chapter of enterprise. So let's start right away. Enterprise, we have discussed what enterprise is, what are the successful qualities of successful entrepreneur, and what are the reasons of business failure. Now we are going to be looking at the role of enterprise in the development of country. What role do they play in the development of country? So, first thing is basically quite obvious that they create job opportunities for both skilled and unskilled labor. So, what happens? This is one of the points, and as I've explained in previous videos, that when these bracket points are basically points for analysis, which is required for long answers, you have to give details, you have to support your answer, your knowledge about, you have to prove that your knowledge is solid. So you provide points that what will happen after this, and what happens after this, what happens after that, a chain of analysis, the cause impact situation. What is the impact of this something, of this decision? What will happen if you do this? And if this happens, then what happens next? That's the basic idea of analysis. So let's see. Over here I've said that it creates job opportunities for both skilled and unskilled labor, because of which employment increases, and if employment increases, taxation also increases, and social cohesion is achieved. What is social cohesion? Social cohesion means that the difference in income groups have decreased. Because of that, living standards will increase and crime rate decreases. That's the whole idea of social cohesion. Crime rate decreases, living standards increase, and difference in income groups decreases. So there are people who can afford basic necessities of life, so they don't need to go and do crime for that. So because of that, the whole economy is balanced, a little balanced, and hence they have the enterprise. That's how enterprise contributes to the development of country in one way. Another thing is that they increase the use of IT, information technology, new technology. They are this in as we have discussed earlier about the quality of successful entrepreneur. Over there, we said that innovation is a key factor of a key point, a key quality of a successful entrepreneur. So over here also we are saying that because of that innovation, because of those innovative ideas, there are innovative production methods being developed every day. There are new innovative production methods being developed every time, and because of that, they are able to provide better products and services to consumers. Who benefits from that? The consumers benefit from that because they are getting a better product, a more advanced product with more features. Because of that, the business sector also becomes more competitive. What happens because of the competitiveness? Because of the competitiveness, the business who have more USPs, they lose their unique selling points, and because of that, they can't charge much higher prices and exploit customers. So the prices are this competition, the prices keep fluctuating, the business compete with on price factors. So because of that, they charge a relatively lower price. So that benefits customers because they can now get the same product at a lower price because of their competition. So that's how the country is becoming more developed. The innovation is being made, products are being made cheaper, and there's more better services provided to consumers, thanks to the use of new technology, the use of IT. Then there's also the point of international competitiveness. If international competitive also develops, how that develops is because you are making more product, more businesses are being made, so therefore there's more products being made, and if there's surplus of products, exports will increase. You might Business might also sell their products internationally if the national demand is met because of more businesses. So exports increase, and with the increased level of exports, the GDP also increases. Why export increases is because it's of the increased level of production, as I said, with more businesses. And because of that, exports increase, so GDP also increases, gross domestic profit. So yeah, hence the international competitiveness of a country increases. And one last point is that it contributes towards development of business activity and the growth of business economic sector. So there's a greater economic development taking place. this is not much of a key point, but like it's a basic thing that okay, this is also there, just in case you need to give more points for your answer. But the basic points, the more important one points are these three. This is just a common point. So let's move on to social enterprise. Enterprise then. Social enterprises. Social enterprise, as the word suggests, is for the social benefit of the people. A business that has mainly social objectives. What does social objective means is that they reinvest most of their profits to benefiting the society. The main focus is not necessarily the making or maximization of profit. Unlike many businesses exist to make a profit, to earn something for the efforts they have put in, for the time and effort, for the risk they have put. They want something in return, so that is generally in the form of profit. But these businesses are not like that. They exist to benefit the society, to benefit those who are in need. They have some objectives, and generally these businesses have triple bottom line objectives, which we're gonna be talking about in detail. Over here I have written all about that. So that's these are the objectives that social enterprise has. They try to benefit the society by not maximizing the profit, because if you're maximizing the profit, there's a lot of harm that comes in. Like, you might increase the price, which is not good for the people. You might use inorganic production methods, which are relatively cheaper cost, but it might be harmful for the environment. And you are not using most of your profits for yourself, but instead you are using that profit in the business to make the business more better. You are reinvesting most of the profit. So that's what it means to be a social enterprise. It has triple bottom objectives to engage in social activities, such as providing employment opportunities to the local or disadvantaged communities. You're not providing employment to just everyone. You are just providing employment to those who are more in need of that, which who can't find job elsewhere because of their natural something, a natural disease, maybe polio or some harmful disease. So not harmful disease, but like their condition is like that, they can't have a job or something. So you're providing employment for such people. Like, there's a parlor who employs acid victim people because they can't find job elsewhere. They're maybe a little shy of that because of the acid burn victim. So that those people you're employing deaf people, maybe somewhere where their hearing skills are not required, so you are employing it there. And physically ill people, maybe, like I've heard that your Starbucks maybe is employing some people like that. So that's all what you are doing. You are providing help to the local disadvantaged communities. You are being socially responsible, or maybe producing in an environmentally friendly way. What does this mean is that you're not using inorganic production method. You're using organic raw materials to prevent use of non-renewable fuels like coal. You are being environmentally sustainable. So you are using organic raw materials, maybe. So organic raw materials can also be used as an USP by some businesses, but we are talking about the social enterprise, that the benefit it brings to the society. Why? If you are not using coal, that means you are. If you use coal, it generally means there's a release of carbon dioxide, harmful gases in the air. It causes global warming. So you have to use renewable methods of production, which are generally not cheap. They are expensive, but they are benefiting society. So yeah, you have to do that. So that's why you have to reinvest most of your profit in the business, so that you can take those renewable sources of production, take the expensive supplies for the greater benefit of the society. Now let's talk about in detail about triple bottom line objectives. Triple bottom line objectives means triple, as our said, it means three objectives of the social enterprise: economic, social, and environment. They are also referred to as 3Ps, not the 4Ps, the 3Ps. These are profit, people, and planet. So let's talk about these three. Economic objectives, that means you're trying to get a profit. Not profit for the business, but like a little profit. Very little of that profit is going to the owner. Most of it is like reinvested into the business. Why do we need to make a profit if you're not using it for the owners? You need it for so you can reinvest it in the business, because they are not charities, so they can't depend on that. They must make their own profit to continue operations. That profit is being used in the business for further process, for getting more machineries, for getting raw materials, etc., etc. So you need money somewhere. So and you can't ask for something, you have to make it yourself. You're not a charity, you're not an NGO, you are a social enterprise, you are still an enterprise, so you have to make it yourself. That's the economic objective of the business, social enterprise. The second objective is social objectives. Like we have discussed earlier about the dev providing job opportunities to local or disadvantaged communities. So you provide jobs or local support to disadvantaged sections of the community. And finally, we have environmental objectives. That also we have discussed that we have to protect the environment and manage the business in an environmentally sustainable way. Environmentally sustainable way. Sorry, what there's a mistake over here. Yeah. Okay. All good. Manage the business in an environmentally sustainable way. This means a greater cost, but of course you can afford that if you have those economic objectives. You are reinvesting most of your profit, so you can afford some expensive methods of production. But in the end, the basic idea is that they are trying to benefit the society. They are being socially responsible. So you can say their objective is CSR, corporate social responsibility, but that's something different. We are going to be discussing that in the chapter of objectives. So that's all about the chapters of economics, the chapter of enterprise. We have There's three videos in it. We have talked about enterprise, the basic business, entrepreneur, what are factors of production, added value, opportunity cost. We talked about the quality of successful entrepreneur, the reasons of for business failure, and we also talked about the role of enterprise in the development of a country and social enterprise. So that's all in this chapter. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys are doing well. Allah Hafiz.